Yeah.
Oh, we're back, Ray.
How you
Fast
doing?
check. Fast gas for the check already.
Check gas. Honey checks, like the crypto adventure says.
Honey checks. That's
Honey
right.
checks. Yes.
That's right. Hashtag honey check.
You should give it a refresh. What we got going on? You can't be. I know those two ain't
Oh,
that way. Yeah.
you think there's two that are going for nothing?
Yeah, that's right. It's good. Look at that though.
Let's see.
Honey
Let's
check.
see. 701,
Oh.
711, 707, 705, and 705.
Oh, look at that. There you go.
A little bit of a drop from last night, but we still have no new information, right? Do we got new information?
Yeah, I have not heard. I have not heard.
I went through the docs this afternoon. I haven't seen a change. I haven't seen an update. So, at some point they're going to have.
Tim. You're right. Doc, that's you'll hear, exactly what the checks are. But I'm rooting around too, man.
Well, there's the end of the auction. So congratulations to the winners.
Right on.
But we're going to have to find out what these people are. 724. Was that on there before? I think that one went up.
Little bump. There you go.
Little bump. 701, 711, 724, and 705 twice.
There you
nice,
go.
Nice.
That's a good deal.
I doubt these are gonna, not amount to nothing. Or what I'm trying to say is they're going to be worth something. There has to be some kind of big surprise behind this, and I think they'll go crazy. So maybe people are getting a steal right here, and we don't even know it.
This is the third and final phase. This is phase 3, Tim.
Right. And every phase has gotten better. I mean, the last one was Apex Bees, which had 20 honeypots built in.
That's right.
Which, so these, I don't know what they've got built in or what they're going to turn into. Obviously, they're going to turn into something, I have to imagine, because they're all check marks and we got a bee farm going. So they're going to turn into something exciting. So they're definitely going to be worth more than your average bee.
Let me say hello to everybody. What's up, George? Yeah. Honeycombs for breakfast? Oh, yeah. Very good. And good evening, Jason. I know George, too, was playing poker, but Jason, I think he was at the final table with Josh. Big Josh won again, man.
Did he win? He pulled it out? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But congratulations, Jason. Jason was dunking on me a couple times, so good times. Yeah, love you, too. Good to see you, Steve. How you doing? Hello. Good to see you. We got bees. Craig, good to see you, man. John, yeah, there he is. There's the winner. That's the winner. So,
there he is.
Happy March. Is that the St. Patrick's Day March?
Yes, the 17th.
17th. All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Countdown to Guinness.
Right, that's your day, right? And that's your Irish, yeah.
Timothy Patrick Michael. Yeah, just a little.
That's good, man.
Yeah. So if there's a show on the 17th, I won't be making it.
Right. That's it.
And I'm probably going to have to take the 18th off too, see. But actually the 17th is a Friday, so it's still going to be extra crazy. No, that's like Thanksgiving Eve. That's like a rookie night. Everybody thinks they're Irish. Everybody wants to go for a Guinness.
Yeah.
But anyway, that'll be fun. But it's a couple weeks away. Yeah.
Ariel said we're making his head spin. There you go. It's good. Everybody likes a mystery. But tonight I put a presentation together and stuff like that. And it's just about a lot of the use cases of NFTs. And I know we've talked about it before, but this is just something to kind of refresh. Plus there's some new things in there, right? That you might not have kind of read about or seen what people are using NFTs for. And I only have time actually to do, because we're going to do 10, but I only have time to do 5, and then we'll do another 5 for tomorrow, and then we'll put the show together.
Oh, a cliffhanger.
I do have 10, I really do, but I did not do it because it's all good. Tax month too. Oh, it is. Yeah, that's April. That's
April 15th.
Yeah, that's all good. But hey,
is he in Canada or something like that? I don't know.
SBU checks. Oh, is that what? That's another one from the global announcements. There you go. SBU checks. Thank you, my crypto adventures. I like it.
Well, if they're not going to give us any information, people are going to make stuff up.
Yeah. There you go.
Until they're called. But right. Yeah, I mean, that's exciting. Yeah. SBU checks. I like honey checks. Honey checks is the winner so far in my mind.
Honey checks. So I put this together, 10 ways to use NFTs. And we're even touched on, again, we're not lawyers, we're not accountants, we're not financial advisors. So when you see stuff here, new legal frontiers with NFTs, it's opinions, just what we're talking about, kind of what I researched and things like that. But this is going to change a lot of ways. And I did obviously touch on one of the ways that you're looking into, and one of the ways you love, Tim, is real estate, right? Because it's a big one, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
there are a lot of creative ways, and these are the 10. Like I told you, I do have 10, but we only have time for 5. Creative works, games and metaverse, real world assets,
There you go.
form. Yeah, that's right. That's the one. Form of identity, certification or resume. I remember I convinced you to buy one when NFTs first came out, Tim, so we could be a part of this one alpha group. Remember?
Yep, I still have
You
it.
still got it. Governance tokens. There's another one. That's one we all
We've
should
got
know,
some of those. Yeah.
right? For an experience, right? For an experience. Naming systems. Just think of that with the ENS tokens. Yeah. External data, and then we'll end it with the soul-bound NFTs, and that's something it's been bounced around for a year, so maybe people don't know exactly what that is, but that is going to be your main identity. It's kind of cool. So getting into it, this is creative works, right? IP licensing and copyright, trademark, things like that. The most typical legal issues with these NFTs involve contract law and IP licensing and copyrights and trademarks. This is because the NFT is purchased and the art it is associated with may also be covered by separate rights for the copyright. Any rights to the copyrighted art must be sold or explicitly licensed to the NFT purchaser to be properly conveyed. And we know with our collection, the bees, right? Those IP rights do go with the bees. And also, we know, as I get into this next one, they weren't generated by AI, right? Most of us were on calls together, and we all took part in creating that artwork.
Right.
A new rapidly expanding consideration is when an NFT is generated in whole or part by artificial intelligence, AI. Multiple systems have been developed to generate art and written work using AI. In this case, there may be even an open question of whether a copyright in the work even exists. But this is very fact specific inquiry based on particular circumstances. We don't know yet. I mean, that again, a lot of regulatory, a lot of things, a lot of stuff has to be worked out in the space. And now, when you start introducing things like artificial intelligence and how those things kind of create artwork, you're talking about another whole animal. And look at that, I didn't skip to my cool little bots, man. So, so that's what you're going to see more and more of this art, because I was using that today. Artificial intelligence is going to be a big
Is that what the AI bots look like when they're working?
That's what those guys, and they even have little partners like those dudes there. My main guy's in the middle, and then they got even their own little virtual assistants, and that's how they get done, with the work fast. But I mean, I use that Mid-Journey all the time, man, and it's incredible. You'll see a lot more of that going forward with all this AI stuff. But with all this, creative works is a great way, and obviously one of the first kind of NFT reasons why they have value is just the looks of it, right? The way that it looks. Another thing, and that I'm excited about and I love, is for games, video games, and the metaverse. So developers are also quickly expanding the use of NFTs in video games and virtual worlds, i.e. the metaverse. For example, an NFT could be associated with having the ability to unlock the use of particular character in a game. And that's like I said, it's cool because you used to have to either in-app purchases, things like that, stuff like even buying at the store certain things or chips and stuff like that. This obviously using NFTs, or it could be used as part of an inventory system to identify the character's equipment, where a particular set of armor is associated with a corresponding NFT. NFTs can also be sold in random packs similar to trading cards. And the other cool thing is as this progresses, you're also going to be able to hopefully take it from one game to the next game, and that's really unique and something that's never happened before, with games. Because once you finish the game, once you beat the whole thing like Grand Theft Auto, it's over, right?
Right.
So now I'm obviously you're going to start seeing things like Grand Theft Auto like 6 is coming out. All that stuff from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is all going to be rolled over, and you'll have this super character, which is cool. In these cases, a user can purchase a pack of cards and randomly be allocated a pack unlocking certain players. Instead of these cards only being collectible pieces of cardboard, they allow the player to use them in games similar to fantasy sports matchups, which may include prizes. For the virtual worlds of the metaverse, an NFT can be associated with ownership of a particular plot of virtual land, like we all know, right? Decentraland, Tim. That's something that's all happening right now. That purchaser can then develop their plot of virtual land to either advertise a business or simply for their enjoyment, or they could build it for guests to come and visit. And now they're making an NFT so you can visit their virtual land. So, like I said, it's really cool how this is going to look. Maybe going forward, who knows? Even if it's going to be called the metaverse in 10 years, right? We all talk about this kind of this unicorn or whatever, this metaverse, and it's being built. We really don't know what it's going to look like, but it's neat to kind of see, how all this stuff is going to work together.
Do you have a metaverse NFT, Ray?
Do I have it? No, I don't. A metaverse?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Which one?
The IU Pixel. Early adopter.
Right. That's right. That's true.
That's right.
Bad. That is.
I've got one too. I'm ready. Someday they're going to launch their metaverse, and we're going to be the first guys through the door.
It is. That's true. I remember when they were doing with the goats, and I saw the goats land. Yeah. Right. So yes, you're right. Absolutely. Yeah, and I do have some of that Decentraland tokens. So that's another one. So you're right.
There you go.
NFTs are representing real world assets. This is right up your alley here, Tim.
Oh yeah.
What I'm talking about. So NFTs have been proposed as a superior way to record ownership in real estate. Instead of keeping physical records on real property in a city hall archive as a definitive record of ownership, this information could be recorded on the blockchain. In this manner, it could be easily searched and then verified. And I know that we're all looking forward to something like that, but that's a big, heavy lift, right? You're in that space. There's a lot to do in that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of information, and then of course there's a lot of legal, a lot of lawyers involved, especially in this part of the country. So with that becomes that responsibility makes it a legal issue on many levels. So that's what's holding that back. So number 3 is probably going to be the longest one to come to fruition.
Right. Hey, and by the way, all the images, this is all artificial intelligence, right? So I told the bot when I'm using these words up here, I said NFTs representing real world assets, make me a non-fungible token. And there you go. That's what it did.
Nice. Looks good.
That's AI, man. So this type of ownership record does not need to be limited to real estate and has been proposed for other real world assets. Things like high value paintings, vintage cars, watches, all kinds of jewelry and gems, which benefit from having a trusted chain of title and trustworthiness of ownership. While the above are some examples, there is no limit on the type of physical assets that could be matched to NFTs. These NFTs can also have a particular utility for recording high value assets in a supply chain, allowing the system users to certify the asset's origin and confirm that they were legally and ethically sourced. I remember, what is it, Mr. Wonderful, right? The guy, the FTX guy now.
Yeah.
So Mr. Wonderful was talking about what he was doing with watches, right? That was his thing. That's what he was all about. So that's cool, because a lot of people, if you have expensive watches, people kind of get those stolen. And now if they don't have the NFT, that's how they can verify that they're the legitimate, real deal owner, right?
Exactly right.
So NFTs is a form of identity, right? And I just kind of see, I've heard it before, but have you ever heard of DSOC, Tim? Or
no.
Decentralized society. Look at that. So NFTs have also been proposed as a way of providing identity and have been discussed regarding the allowance of building a DSOC, or a decentralized society. There are various proposals for how NFTs can provide a form of identity for users and thereby add reputation to blockchain applications. So DSOC is something to kind of maybe look forward to. Look at my man with his little NFT. Another one, like I said, I made, because look, that's what's funny with the AI. They don't use words, man. So it's neat.
Right.
I obviously understand, right? You don't want to just some copyright stuff like that. To transact on the blockchain, no one needs to know who you are in real life. However,
Right.
situations may require where a user may want to build a reputation that is proven and validated by its recording on a blockchain. You can even build up a reputation in a pseudo anonymous fashion. This way, you can transact on blockchains without revealing your real identity. No more needing to dox yourself, right? That's kind of the part that we all used to love about crypto. It was kind of anonymous, but really, you always got to go out of these centralized exchanges, right? In and out. So it really isn't. But also,
Who's the biggest example of that, Ray?
of what? Doxing?
Of this NFT as identity and then hiding your identity.
I don't know. You tell me.
Come on, Ray.
Hiding your identity. What do you? Oh,
Well, he hid it and then he outed himself.
Satoshi Nakamoto?
He's not outed.
He's not. I don't
Even
know.
though the courts say it's that guy, Cosimo Demichi or whatever he says.
That's right, Cosimo Demichi.
He came to the NFT Connect event in Phoenix, and Snoop Dogg ended up having I don't know, I think it was $25 million worth of stuff, and people were wondering whose wallet was it, and it was Cosimo D. Demichi or something like that. Anyway, he finally outed himself and said, "This is my collection," and he's a huge NFT collector. Right. So, he went from anonymous and picking things up, because if you have a piece of collection and all of a sudden you see a bidder and it's Snoop Dogg, right, do you think you're going to go down and give it to him? You're going to go, Snoop Dogg can afford it. I'm going to stick with my price, you know. But so he probably still has different identities that goes in and tries to buy stuff for his collection. So it's a cool way to stay anonymous and still be able to do major transactions.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was big in with the Decentraland. He had Snoop Dogg in there, right? And he's all building, and I mean it's continuously being kind of built out, man. So it's still, again, we don't like to use that term. It's still early, but it really is, man. I mean, this is you really don't know what all this is going to look like, and it's just neat to be on that the forefront of doing all that kind of stuff. And like I said, our developers are ridiculously awesome, and there you go. They agree. So
while you take care of that, I'm going to say Next Level Fishing jumps in here, Dusty, and said next bull run will reveal a lot that's been built over the last few months by many projects.
Yes, that's right.
So, there's going to be a run. There's going to be adoption that's going to, start coming through like a tidal wave.
Yeah, and that's what everybody should have been doing during this thing, right? That's what we all said anyway. Why are you sitting there staring at your assets, your tokens? We all know everybody's getting into this space. And if you know that, right, this is the time that you should have kind of been building or carving out your space and getting in with your community, building, and just kind of doing what there's all kind. That's why this AI thing, it really is going to be the next one that's kind of pushing this whole area. I mean, like I said, we started with DeFi, then you got into NFTs, and now this AI. Man, this is crazy. I mean, and it's here because everybody, I know we don't hear it like, when you're out and about, talking with friends and family, they don't really know. But when you see all of the news, because we're plugged in, Tim, we're always kind of researching so we can have content for the show and do stuff like that. You do see how many people, I mean, big corporations, governments, all kinds of institutions, everybody is piling in this space. And I mean, come on. Just wild to kind of be a part of that, because I mean, we all wish it and say it all the time, wishing you were part of the .com thing, and we missed it, but we didn't miss this, and this is bigger. So good time. And then finally, NFTs as a certification or resume. So a large number of businesses or projects are now offering NFTs that act as a certificate, right, for completing a course or other certification programs. You can build up a blockchain-based history proving your completion and knowledge of different topics. In a typical scenario, you can take online courses with a test at the end, where an NFT is then granted to show completion of the course. These are already being used by several Web3 oriented companies that offer training, mainly of Web3 technologies, and provide an NFT upon completion. So that's another one. I mean, we were all about that. That's how we kind of started with all the DeFi, with education. We're continuing down that path. And I know a lot of people in our group that is going to be the way that they continue to go down is with education. So NFTs are going to be used in so many things. And like I said, I got, obviously another 5 after this. And, I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow or Friday, but, it's kind of going to wrap it up. But, that's just something that we should all, again, just be kind of, it's cool that we're all a part of something like that. And then you get to kind of be on the forefront of, and maybe build some of that stuff that we've been talking about,
Yeah, no, absolutely. The applications are nearly endless, what you could do with NFTs. And it's amazing when it finally clicks for people, what can be done and how it's going to move a lot of things forward fast. So it is exciting, and it's very, very exciting to be a part of it. Night Owl says, thanks for doing the research, Ray, sharing the current crypto and Web3 news. So yeah, all good stuff.
Yeah.
But I know you got to run tomorrow night. We'll be doing more poker tomorrow night. We had fun last night. You and Santisi and Josh, of course, made it to the final table. Yeah. So that's all fun. But we'd love some more players to come in and have some fun. So join us tomorrow night, and we'll have some fun playing poker.
Sorry, Donna Night Owl, that I knocked you out. It wasn't my fault.
It happens, and sometimes that's just the way the cards. You got to play the cards you dealt.
It was on the flip, the flops, man. So I didn't. This is how it goes. But thanks, Steve. Yep, appreciate it. And yes, everybody, give us a like, share, subscribe, and share these things. People are kind of interested in what NFTs really are, and it's not hype, and it's not going to the moon. It's not all about that. There's a lot of utility, a lot of use cases. And, people really need to be aware of what's going on. So thanks.
Absolutely. Jack on the river. That's it.
All good.
All right, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow night. Thanks very much. Thanks, Ray.
Right on. Thank you, man. See you.